You were always told to be nice, which typically means being agreeable, helping others even when it's inconvenient for you or you don't want to, and prioritizing the needs of others. When I put it that way, is it a surprise when I tell you that being nice is hurting your career? Fancy new skill I acquired. Mind reading. And I know what you're thinking.
But if I'm too nice, does that mean I have to be mean?
Absolutely not. Because I'm a big believer in being kind to people, even people you don't like. But we need to break down the nice behaviors at work that are making people see you as a doormat instead of the high potential professional you are. If that sounds good, tap that like button and let's jump straight into it. The first nice behavior at work to nix: you need to stop saying yes to everything. And meet your new BFF, the word no. How many of you are terrified to say no at work? Whether it's when your boss wants you to work late, your coworker asks you to take on some of their work and isn't going to give you any credit for it, or being asked to take notes in a meeting. Again, you've been too nice to say no, which has left you boundaryless at work, which is not a place you want to be. You know my feelings on boundaries at work. There's something that's really important. In fact, I'm actually even going to put it onto Instagram so that you can save it, screenshot it, do whatever you need to do with it. An ask is not an obligation. And you can say, that doesn't work for me. Have you asked Chad to pitch in? And also remember, no is a complete sentence. Now that doesn't mean that we ditch diplomacy when saying no to things at work. There is an art to this. If you'd like me to make a video on what to say no to or how to say no at work, let me know in the comments down below. But this actually brings us to our second nice behavior at work we need to get rid of. Stop helping other people and start helping yourself. You're generous and thoughtful and awesome. So of course you're gonna help your coworkers, but you're helping so much, you're hurting your own career. For example, how many times have you helped a coworker and not gotten any credit for the work? And then they got a promotion and praise because of it. Better question, how many times have you sacrificed making your own impact to help someone else out? I wanna be clear, this does not mean that you never help anyone ever again. But the shift I want you to make here is I want you to be strategic about helping coworkers. Do you have time? Does it benefit you? Does it give you an opportunity to showcase your UAQ? And if you don't know what your UAQ is, grab the UAQ starter kit down below. Most importantly, when you are helping a coworker, remember that you are doing a favor. Favors are powerful currency in the corporate world. Are you calling in those favors? Because if all of your generosity is completely one-sided, you're not getting an ROI on your time and effort. At this point, you're probably concerned. If you start saying no and you stop helping, are you heading for conflict? Well, that brings us to the next nice behavior at work you need to nix. And if you don't, the workplace villains are going to walk all over you. Stop avoiding conflict. Whether it's not speaking out about a bad idea, well, I guess we can try it that way. Putting up with insults or attacks from a coworker, thanks. Or being interrupted in meetings, I wasn't done. You need to speak up for yourself. This doesn't mean that you need to confront and take down every infraction. Remember, kindness can be not wanting your team to go down the wrong rabbit hole when you know better, teaching Chad to be more professional, and confidently sharing your ideas in meetings. Does this sometimes put you in conflict? Yes. But it doesn't need to be a bad thing. Conflict can be incredibly productive as long as you're prepared for it. The way I see it is that conflict is really an invitation to effectively communicate, which actually brings us to our next nice behavior we need to stop doing at work. Stop with the weak speak. It's possible to be too nice to get your point across. The mistake I see nice professionals make is that they're being too nice to get their point across. For example, do you think it would be possible, if it's not too inconvenient, for maybe someone to take a look at that bug today? Versus, the customer needs an update on the bug report by 12 p.m. today. Being direct does not mean that you need to be rude or come across as a jerk. We can keep it kind and professional. Ultimately, when you're communicating as concisely and clearly as possible, you're actually mitigating the risk of any misunderstanding, which can save you a lot of headaches down the road. And this actually brings us to our final nice behavior at work we need to talk about. You need to stop equating being nice with being likable. These two are not the same thing. You think if you're nice, people will like you, but will they? And when you're too nice and they're walking all over you, will they respect you? This is why we need to stop conflating being nice with being likable. They may be correlated, but they're not necessarily causational. Be honest, there are probably a lot of people who are nice that you do not like, and vice versa. Y'all know I can be a bit salty and still like me. In fact, that might be why you like me. That said, a lot of high potential professionals that I work with are very worried that if they're not nice, that they won't be liked at work. And if this is something that you're worried about, what I would encourage you to do is focus on likability boosters instead of being too nice to everyone at work. And these likability boosters are remarkably easy. You can go to this video right now and learn them all. But before you go, if this video helped you, please give it a thumbs up. Really helps my channel, makes you my favorite career bestie. It's a win-win situation. While you're down there, subscribe if you haven't already. And as always, my friend, thank you so much for watching. I will see you in the next video. Bye for now.